difference is China never experienced the frustrated the go down of the real estate market. Never experienced in the before.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
So
they have.
yeah, UK and United States people they experience the market go down, but China never experienced
But
that.
don't forget, millions of people have moved to the cities. A lot of them get subsidized housing. A lot of them get even cheap rental housing. It's millions and millions of people. In Britain, we don't build houses, but in China, they're building all the time.
Yeah.
It's a different situation. When I was in China in 1990, most people had apartment. An average space in an urban area was about 2 meters, 2.5 meters per person. Now the average space is 35 meters.
You're right. You're right. In the past
People
40
also-
years.
people also think about housing. You got to think one layer, yes, small layer, maybe 10% have lost because of this, but another because of the house price collapse, but another 30% have got somewhere to live now they never had before. So there's the poor people, the lower middle class, and the poor.
As I know
They
that
have benefited.
80% of the people living in the city,
Yeah.
they have the house, they have the own house,
go.
because China have the reformation for the housing systems. Previously, in the 40 years before, all the house was a public owned. Public ownership, no people have the private ownership of the house. But in the past 40 years, all the house was sold to the personal. You have the personal ownership.
All right, but
Yeah.
in China, as I understand it, in the urban areas,
Urban area.
it's more than 80% home ownership. More than 80%.
Now it's over
Okay,
19% of 19%.
Britain has had capitalism from the 15th, 16th century, yet less than 70% own their property here. Right? So it's the scam under the system. For a time you get property, then you lose. The next generation does have. Boom, bust, boom, bust. That's the game. That's
But
the
you
game here.
don't forget that
In Germany, 60% own property, and the rest don't.
But
So they've
China
got to
side-
introduce- so they've got to introduce, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Stupid. You can
Yeah.
say anything about Chinese government. They're not stupid. They will introduce cheap rent for those people.
But I will tell you the truth. All the land in China was a public owned.
It still is.
Public ownership.
It still is.
Public ownership. But the house, a flat was owned by the person, by yourself.
No,
But
it's still
the
owned by
land,
the state.
the land is a public owned. Public owned. But if country said the land is public owners, I want to use this land, take your home away. Can you do that?
Where?
Can you do that?
Here.
Your house, yes,
Yes, you
you
can.
take your house away.
If you leave a property,
No.
if you
Well,
leave a
I said
property-
in China,
course you
Because- yes, take your home away. You have no place to put your home anywhere. This
Right,
is scammers.
Hang on, you say that.
This is scammers.
Hang on, you say that.
Yeah,
But for example, in China they got this thing called nail man.
yeah,
Nail man. So when the government wants to build something
yeah.
and one person refuses to sell, they stay there. They build everything around that person because one person
that
doesn't want to
happens on
sell.
rare occasions.
One person.
That happens on rare occasions.
Nailman,
Where
yeah,
does it happen here?
It happens on rare occasions.
Where does it happen here?
you know,
This point makes
yeah,
if
you
it's
know,
public residency, like if the area is public, and then you say
yeah, like, yeah. Okay, let me replay
Well,
his.
they
Let's
do fight it.
answer his question. The nailman does exist in China, but those people is very dangerous. Those people was poisoned. After poison, they survive. You know, in China,
some
they
people-
use the
you mean
use
some
the
gangsters?
guns.
Some
The
gangsters
guns.
have done
Yeah,
it.
they were
Some
guns
gangsters
to
have
kill the
done it. I'm
people.
not disputing some
Yeah,
gang-
the guns was backed by the policeman. They will rob your house.
You're implying.
the CCP.
You're implying that people don't know. When people protest about this, it's because they know that legally they've got the right to do this. And if they cause enough stink about
Yeah,
it,
that's why people in
then
Hong
the
Kong are
government
protesting
intervenes.
against the
They're
rulership
not.
of the CCP.
On the contrary, in Hong Kong they're protesting because the
The
West
rulership
and
of the
America,
CCP.
the West and America,
No, they want to keep the democracy of
what
England.
democracy?
Hong
There was
Kong-
no-
Okay,
there was no
let me tell you the truth.
under British rule.
Yeah, Let me tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Okay.
There was no
Most, okay.
no democracy under British rule in Hong Kong. There was no democracy.
Let me tell you that most of the Newman was located in the south part of China. The south part of China, in the Georgia, in the Jiangsu, in the Shanghai. Most of them. Have you seen any Newman in the north part of China?
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah, I tell you why.
First,
I tell you why.
One, they
Yeah.
do exist. Second thing is, as I said, people's housing space has increased from an average of about 2.9 meters it was 1990 to 35 meters now.
Yes.
In other words, and you admitted 90% have got property ownership. So no matter what you say about how bad things are, they have got property, whereas we don't.
Okay,
So how can that happen? In 40 years, everyone in China's got property, and here nobody's got property.
because it's public land. It's communism.
Yeah.
It's finest. They say it's public land. So
It's private. It's privately
And when
owned,
the CCP
but the
comes
land
in,
belongs
they say they
to
want your land. You don't have any say. And even if you
Who do
want
you think the land in England belongs to?
Okay. Let me continue that.
Belongs to?
Why I talk about the real estate market? Why I talk about the real estate market? Yes, real estate market collapse is not our major topic today. I will talk about that. China's economy got a little troubles now, and if the Trump government will get the power next tomorrow, the Trump will increase tariff against the Chinese commodity imported to the United States. 100% high tariff. Okay, and the trade wars will start, and the technology wars is TikTok, and another was financial wars. If Trump government push China, the Beijing government to the corner, the China will get big problem on the domestic politics and international politics, and then let me say that then China will turn to the war, to the Taiwan Strait, because China prepared 75 years war. Domestic wars.
Have to go to war for that.
Domestic problem is a financial problem.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, the central government do not get too much money from the sale land. The local government sell the land, they get money. Central government do not get money. So the financial problem is make the Chinese government have the internal conflict.
Who owns the banks?
Can I ask? You're Chinese. And the
Who owns the banks?
are Chinese.
Sorry.
Beijing.
Yeah, I'm Chinese. Yeah.
No, forget. They identify as Taiwanese, Chinese.
It's from Beijing.
Originally,
I come from Beijing. Chinese.
But
Yeah.
Taiwanese are not
No.
different from China. That's not
No. Yeah. What's your question? What's your question?
Is that it's like English from Canterbury are fighting English from that's ridiculous. He just said that
Oxfordshire.
China should take over Taiwan. Exactly.
He thinks that as well.
It's the same people. It's the same people.
But Taiwan is the same people with China. Yes, the same people. Yeah.
That's it. Why can't you be one country? The CCP should go down.
No, you have the big problem you have the misunderstanding of Chinese politics. In Taiwan is a Republic of China. This country, that is an independent country. This is the independent country. This is previously the central government of whole China. It was defeated by the communist China, and they flee to Taiwan in the 1949. They still have the claim for the mainland of China. The communist China is the Beijing government. Taiwan government is another government. It's a separately two governments, two centralized government. Yeah, there is a nationalist China and a communist list China. It's a different two Chinas. That's why Beijing government must have solved the problem. It's a legitimate problem. China, since 2,000 years before, is a centralized government. They never have the separated two centralized government. But now, Taiwan is a centralized government previously, and then Beijing is another centralized government. Now China have the two centralized governments. that's not make sense. That's too much dangerous for Chinese whole populations.
You know how they operate the
Agree.
lockdown?
It's confused. So doesn't matter. They are same people as a different party, like Conservative Party and Labour Party, like Republican Party United States and Democratic Party. China have the Nationalist Party and Communist Party. So they have the war is easy. The Civil War since 1930, 30s to until today, over almost 100 years is already. It's never stopped. It's never stopped.
Sorry, for now.
Okay. So you make a mistake. Make this. They are same people. They are same people, but they are different politics, different party. Yeah, two governments. But I tell you that Taiwan is always part of China. They never separate it. But
都不得了。
yes, okay. Today is very good. Thank you very much. Very cold. Oh,
You need to bring a ladder because
okay.
you're getting hooked.